Hello guys, thank you for joining us today. Today we will have a different session. We will have a cooking show, okay, that's going to be hosted by one of your colleagues. Theresa, she's from South Africa, okay? I'm going to start, show my screen so she can introduce herself.
Okay, tell me when I can start.
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Theresa Venter and I'm 24 years old. I'm from South Africa, Bloemfontein to be precise. And I studied clinical technology. I started this year. I previously studied occupational therapy. So I've quite a lot of experience in the medical field. Not quite a lot of experience in baking and cooking. But I do enjoy time to time, especially if someone else is involved. But yeah, okay. So, oh, sorry, is the screen still on?
Yes.
Okay. Next one. Okay, so I will be making in Afrikaans we say Pastorie Tert. So actually, basically in English, it is a cherry fluff dessert. But the story behind this is this tart is usually made and given to religious leaders. But in this case, in Afrikaans, we call it a pastoor, or it's a pastor in English, for celebrations, something like their birthday or their anniversary. So it's quite a common thing to give as a gift to a pastor. And I've grown up in a pastor's home. My father has been a pastor since I'm the age of 5. So I'm quite used to receiving something like that, but not really giving it out. Okay, next one. So these are just the basic ingredients. It's a nice sweet dessert. It is glazed cherries, marshmallows, and then we have a tea biscuit, a coconut biscuit. I'm sure you also have something that's similar. Then condensed milk, crushed pineapple, cream, and I think there's one more. Yes, lemon juice. Okay, and that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure.
I have a question, Teresa. Is this from South Africa or for France, the dish?
The dish, it is quite common in South Africa. Yes, it's something that we give the religious leaders. But in my context, we just call that religious leader a pastor. But there's actually quite, you can say, oh, sorry, did I understand incorrectly?
I understood that part. I mean, because of how we pronounce the name of the dish, it sounds like some friend from France or something like that, or not? No.
No.
Okay.
It might sound similar, but it's not. It's Afrikaans.
Okay. Thank you. If you guys have any questions to Theresa, feel free to type in the chat or just open your mic, okay? I think we can start then.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm just gonna tell me if you cannot see, but I'll show you the ingredients as I go along.
Okay.
Okay, so firstly, we will be mixing our condensed milk and our lemon juice together, because the lemon juice allows the products to bind together to tighten. Okay, so I'm just going to open that. Throw it out.
How long does it take for you to cook?
Well, basically, this is called a fridge tart. So you add everything together, and then you put it in the fridge to set a while, and then you can eat it. So it's not something that you have to put in the oven.
So it's very fast.
Sorry?
It's a very fast dish.
It is, yes. Okay, so I'm just going to measure out the lemon juice. I assume all the ingredients are something similar that everyone knows. It's not something that's very specific to South Africa, but please ask if there's something that you don't know.
No, I think you're right. Those ingredients are quite common.
Yes, I also think so. It's just something that South Africa made their own.
Is it your favorite dish?
I enjoy it, yes. It's sweet. So, and I'm not really a sweet tooth. But I enjoy it from time to time, yes, especially with coffee.
Oh, yeah.
I love coffee. I wanted to say you can't cook without a cup of coffee. Okay, so
Oh,
I'm just mixing.
we have a cough addicted then.
Yes. Yes, you do. So I'm just mixing the condensed milk and the lemon juice together well.
How often do you cook this dish?
I was gonna ask the same question.
Okay, so as I said, because in the home that I grew up, we usually receive this kind of dish instead of giving it out. So to be honest, I don't cook it that often.
But you already have in the past.
Yes. Okay, so I don't know if you really can see, but it's getting quite thick, the condensed milk. Okay, so I'm just going to let that stand for a while. Okay, so then we have a can of crushed pineapple. Then we have cherries, glazed cherries. And then I have the small marshmallows. Typically, we use the bigger marshmallows and then we cut it. But just to save time, I took the smaller marshmallows. Okay, so I'm just going to throw everything together in the bowl and just mix it together. Okay, and then I'm just going to keep some of the marshmallows for afterwards for just making the tart nice. So I'm just going to keep a few, not throwing everything right now. Okay. And then the cherries, it is whole cherries. But beforehand, just to save some time, I went and cut it half so that it's a bit smaller inside the mixture.
This recipe that you're doing right now, it's for how many people?
Okay, so I'm going to get 2 tarts out of this mixture.
3, oh, okay.
Nice and filled tarts, yes. Now I struggle to. Okay, the same with the cherries. I'm just going to keep a few for afterwards for on top.
So it's a dish that you keep in the fridge, right?
It's a dish that you keep in the fridge.
Okay.
And sorry?
No, go ahead, sorry.
It's something that you can chop and change as you wish. I'll explain it to you now, but you can make the tart in different ways or different layers. Okay. Then the crushed pineapple comes in syrup. So I just threw out the syrup. So it's just the crushed pineapple that we're going to use. I have a spoon. Is this dish perhaps similar or used by other countries, or one of you that is on the chat or on the video? Or not?
No.
Sure, if we have something like that in Brazil.
Okay.
Neither
So,
in Belgium.
okay. So I just mix everything together.
Is it an old recipe or it's quite
It's an old
recent?
recipe, yes. It has chopped and changed over the years. Maybe someone adds something they like or takes away or varies it with something else. But it's quite a very common thing, yes. Okay, so I've mixed that. Then I'm using the same spoon. I don't know if you can really see, but it's quite thick now, the condensed milk. Okay, so then I put it in here. Something that makes me, that I use in baking, I don't know if you can also relate, but in a swimming pool, you put the chlorine into the water. So it's dry to wet. In baking, typically, you add the wet by the dry. So it's just the other way around.
That's interesting.
I have to have interesting things to make me remember stuff. Otherwise, I forget. Okay, so I just mix it together.
Can we add ice cream to that or not?
I think ice cream is going to make it because we have the lemon juice inside. It's to tighten it so that when you cut it, it doesn't fall apart, obviously.
Oh.
So I think ice cream will make that consistency too liquidish. So it's not going to work, no. I know some people put in like Greek yogurt. That could also work. So I'm just going to put it there. Okay, now I am going to take a liter of cream and then I'm just going to mix it well so that it gets nice and stiff. You can definitely put ice cream on the side though, if you really want ice cream. But it's very sweet already, so I wouldn't suggest that.
I have a question. If I go to a South African store, like, yeah, groceries, could I find this?
Sorry, all these things that I bought?
No, the Pastorie Tert.
Oh, yeah, you can actually.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how your stores looks like, but obviously we have a lot of prepared foods and salads and so forth, and dessert as well. And it's a dessert that everyone enjoys. It's really a very nice dessert. So it's a common thing that they usually put out front.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so please excuse the noise. I'm just going to mix the cream. I don't know if you use a lot of cream, but sometimes you have to be careful because cream can go over into butter, too thick. So you don't want to reach a butter consistency. But I'll show you before how it looks, okay? I just want to check that it's almost there. Okay, so as you can see, it became quite thick, the cream.
Is that like white cream? I don't really know. Or is it in English? Like sometimes we put it on ice cream, you know?
Oh, no, it's not the same as ice cream.
No, not ice cream. White cream.
White cream.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna look on Google Traduction.
Maybe I'm not understanding the question. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know what's white cream as neither. So
So it's really nice and thick. Now you see that.
yeah.
Okay, so then it's a method. You take the cream, and then you just in Afrikaans you say you roer it in. You just gently stir it in, not mixing it too much. Okay.
Okay, I put it in the chat.
One question:
Okay.
why do we need to be gentle?
Otherwise the consistency of the cream, you can make it into liquid as well again.
Okay.
So you want to have that stiffness, and when it goes into the fridge, it settles nice.
Okay.
So then it's nice and stiff together with the lemon juice.
Okay.
Oh, whipped cream.
Whip it.
Oh,
Whip it. You get different creams. You get cream that you use in cooking or in soup and so forth. And then whipped cream, this is also the same. That is made specifically more for the dessert that stirs easier to get nice and stiff. But cream is cream. Okay, so I'm just gently going to stir it in.
And you see on the picture it was pink. Is it because of the cherries or do you add some things?
I have no colorants in now. The cherries usually give off the color, yes. But if you want to give color, you can. But it's nice to see the marshmallows and the cherries inside the mixture. So I wouldn't suggest you use color.
Okay.
So you just mix it in nicely so that the lemon juice and the condensed milk is also everywhere. So that it settles evenly. Okay, that's basically the mixture. Then, just going to put that aside. Just want to show you beforehand, I took the tennis biscuits. So it looks like this. I don't know how yours looks. So it's the coconut biscuits. And I put it in a bag, the plastic, nice Ziploc bag. And then I took a roller and I rolled it out so that it's very finely crushed. And then I took 4 heaps of butter or usual margarine, and I just mixed it so that it becomes a little bit of soggy. Then it's easier to press. So then I threw it in here, and then you can use your hands or your fingers and just make sure that it's nicely pressed against the side and the bottom so that it's the course, I would say. Okay. So you just throw in some of the the mixture into the bowl which you used with the course.
the biscuit will make it crunchy, right?
Yes, it will be nice and crunchy. The course makes it nice and crunchy.
Okay.
So you eat it like a pie or not?
I don't know if you call it a pie in your language. We call it a tart,
Oh,
but it's a fridge pie basically. So it will get nice and stiff. So you can cut it like a slice of cake basically.
okay.
If that makes sense.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, please ask. We don't always have the same English or understanding of things, so that's fine. Okay, so I just went and threw it in nicely. I don't know if you can see. So then I'm going to take some of the cookies that I crushed earlier. It's nice and fine that I used for the course. I'm just going to bring you closer so that you can see. So I'm just going to spread it over. Okay, and then you can put on some of the marshmallows just for decoration. Okay, they fell some. My doggy is going to eat that. And then some of the cherries that I kept as well. And that is basically that. That is the very short and long process of making the Pastorie Tert. So I'm just going to put it in the fridge for, let's say, an hour. That's more than enough time so that it settles, gets nice and tight, and then you can eat it.
Thank you. It looks so good.
Thank you, Teresa.
It's a pleasure.
Okay.
So is there maybe some questions? I don't know.
Is there any questions? Do you guys have something similar in your country? No? Yes? No? Actually, first of all, can you guys type in the chat where are you from? So we can understand. So I will put my here. Hello, Anuragi.
Hello. I want to say that your cake or a pie is very appetizing. I'm from Ukraine, so we didn't have such kind of cakes and such ingredients for them, but we can cook apple pies, maybe in the oven, different kinds of pies without cocoa, so something like that.
So you just said that the ingredients that we have for this dish, you don't have in Ukraine?
No, we have such ingredients, but we don't cook such
Okay.
kind of dishes.
Okay. Thank you for sharing, Alina.
Thanks.
It's very nice. Nicely she has done it, and very nicely she has shown it. It's a very eco-friendly also. It's a very eco-friendly dish. And I am from New Delhi, India, so I have not seen any kind of similar dish. And it can be really a very good kind of a startup. So definitely a very nicely she has done it. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anuragi.
Yeah.
Okay, we have some. Natalia, where are you from, Natalia? Natalia Trimailo.
I'm from Ukraine too, like
Oh,
Arena. It's very beautiful and looks so tasting, and we doesn't have some similar. So I very glad to see you all.
Thank you, Natalia.
And one more thing, like in India, we have a lot of like very oily kind of a food, a very heavy kind of a food. So from that perspective, like she's from a medical background, so it is very good for the health also. It's very light and like it provides you the nourishment, and it's very light also for the health. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions or comments for Teresa? Actually, we have people joining late.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for such an interesting recipe. I personally will try this dish maybe in the future, in the nearest future.
It's good.
Yes, please do. Whenever you do, take a picture, can post on Instagram, and maybe you can tag Xculture so we can share with Teresa as well. Okay. Okay, then I think we don't have any more comments, but thank you very much, Teresa, for doing it. Thank you for your time as well. Okay.
Just a last one.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Maybe next time it can be part of a challenge. She can be part of a case study, how this particular dish can be made global.
True.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Actually, we can do it on the Xculture Symposium. Maybe she can cook for us, and then we can try to sell to everyone.
Sounds
That's a
good.
good idea.
Thank you.
Okay. I will open the session now for a Q&A session, or just maybe you guys can talk about what's your experience so far with Xculture, how your team's doing, how you are feeling with the whole project. Maybe can you start, Teresa, talking about it?
Okay. I think I kind of like my group. We are 5 in a group, 1 from India, 2 from America, and the other one is from Denmark. She's in Estonia right now. She's an exchange student. And I think we quite get along well, despite challenges that we have, because there's a huge 9-hour gap between our time zones. But I honestly think everyone gives valid opinions, advice. Everyone takes leadership as well. Someone does the bookings for the sessions that we meet. Someone gives the layout of the report and helps with that. Someone helps with the physically making the report, how could I say, the alignment and everything nice and in order, keeping us on our toes about how many words we must use, the pages, etc. And so everyone really brings their side into the report and working together. And I'm very, very happy. And it's so nice to work with a lot of different people from different cultural backgrounds. And I really enjoy it. So I think it's going well.
Which company did you choose?
We chose Garnet. I think I'm saying it correctly. Garnet. So it's a women's clothing company in Ukraine. And it's actually very nice for me because now I also get to learn a lot about the war that's going on and understanding more as well as I read and do my research. So yes.
Okay, thank you. Would you like to share as well, Anuragi?
Sorry?
No,
Yeah.
Anuragi, I just thank you. I will just ask other students as well how was their experience.
Yeah, so our is a 6-member team, and my challenge company is Dell Engineering. So it's basically an engineering company working in areas of construction, mining, agriculture in Ghana. And so there are 2 team members who are from Gambia, 1 team member is from US, 1 team member is from Turkey, and myself from New Delhi, India. So in our case, the project is quite unique because the company is just like a startup, and the company even doesn't have a website. So there is no online presence of the company. So that itself becomes quite a challenge to research, to get to know about the company. So the only reference point is something very nice, which the X Culture has. They have a recording with the company, and which the participants can look at for every company. So that is what my reference point is. And then, yes, all of us are working. I am the oldest in the team, and most of the team members, all of the team members are pretty much in their final year. They are students. They are having very stretched schedules. So like pretty much, so everybody's trying to contribute. Generally, when the Sunday comes, or the 7th, like the 6th day, Saturday, when the weekly submission is there, then pretty much the things start getting a little bit active. So, but I'm trying to get everybody together, trying to be responsive, trying to keep the team together, and trying to basically answer any kind of queries. So very exciting project. And the best part is something internationally collaborative. And the most best part about is something which we got to see today, this kind of a byproduct, like getting to know about cooking, a specialty from Africa. So this is also something which comes along with the project work. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Anuragi. Thank you very much. Yes, I just want to add something what you just said. It's kind of hard sometimes whenever we do X Culture, right? I have done 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I don't remember. But people have their schools, work, and those kind of things as well, right? Going on with X Culture. So it's hard to have just time for X Culture. So it's perfect whenever we have time in the weekends and we can get together and talk and discuss and work on your project. But I know that's hard, but I'm glad that's working so far for you guys.
And one thing I found that there is a coach facility is also there. So in case there are issues, you can get the X Culture coaches there. I am very thankful to Rafal and to the X Culture team who is working in the background. They are very supportive, very quick and timely in terms of responses. And I just saw a video. There are some, I think WMS sheets are there. In case some teams are facing issue, they can always ask for that sheet, which has all the more detailed, granular details, how to go about the project. So the team is very supportive, which is making it very much helpful for me. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you very much. Do we have someone else that wants to share your experience so far or have any questions? No, everyone is good.
I actually had a question regarding the recipe for the cooking dish.
Who is speaking? Sorry.
Michaela Obradovich.
Okay. Where
Sorry,
are you
from? My video if it's not required. I was curious about. Hello.
No, I can hear. I'm just saying hello to you.
Oh, I thought you couldn't hear me. I'm sorry. I was actually curious about the recipe. Because I cook and sometimes you need fresh lemon juice or sometimes you need the bottled. Is that recipe better with the bottled or is fresh better?
There is, it doesn't matter actually. For the purpose to use, it's not really about the taste, but about it to bind everything together and tighten it. But I personally would say fresh is better. Fresh is always better. So if you can use fresh, you can as well. Just the same amount, that's all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michaela. And where are you from?
I'm from Ohio, America.
Okay.
X Culture is going well for me. I like the project a lot. I lucked out my group. Everyone speaks very good English, so there's not a big barrier there. It's more just interesting getting to know everyone.
So I think you got lucky. Sometimes there are people that don't talk English that well. I'm myself including those group because when I did X Culture, my English was very bad. So there was my group was very patient with me at that time.
Do you think that helped?
Yeah, a lot. Because we are immersed in a group where we can only speak in English, right? So at the beginning, I was actually thinking in Portuguese and just trying to translate for English. But then when I get used to it, I just start to thinking in English. So it in the end, it was very, not easy, but easier for me to do those kind of things. Okay. Is there anyone else that want to share or have any questions?
Final report has to be uploaded by 17th. So
What? Sorry?
the final report has to be uploaded by 17th.
Let me confirm the
I think
dates.
it's the 18th.
It's on a Friday, not a Saturday, or yes, 18, November 18. Okay. Also, if you guys want, after submit the final report, we will open a link where you can add your video presentation as well. We will give you 1 or 2 weeks for you to record the video presentations, and then we will select the best one, and the best one will get the opportunity to do a live presentations to all the university students and maybe some CEOs as well. Okay, but we will give you more information whenever the deadline of submitting the report is done. Okay, for now, just focus on your report. Okay. Is there any other questions? All good? All good? Okay. So next weekend, I will just do a recap of the week. Okay. So for this week, you guys are supposed to work on the report section 3. Okay. So make sure to work with your team and submit the draft by tomorrow. And then next week, you guys going to start to work on a complete draft. Also, so just get all the things that you have worked before, put them together and discuss if it makes sense or not, and just improve all the sections together. Okay. For next weekend, I'm not sure yet if we will have a virtual tour or we will have I don't remember the name, but we may have some winer specialist to talk a bit about wine, but I will confirm this during the week. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see you next weekend. Okay. Bye-bye. If you guys have any questions, feel free to type to send an email to academy or admin.org. Okay. So thank you very much. Thank you,
Thank
Teresa.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.